Apex predator. High on cocaine. Out of its mind.
Higher, baby, and don't ever come down.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Snack Bites, our shorter length segment where we discuss all the coolest movies, TV shows, and anime that we've been watching. I'm your host, Ryan Hernia.
And I'm his co-host, Brady.
Well, we're like equal.
Yes.
We're like in an equal partnership
Yeah, it's like
together.
a co-host type of situation.
We co-parent this podcast.
Yeah, and you know what this podcast is about to be a parent of?
Oh, our child is pregnant?
No. Let's redo it. I didn't like that one.
Why?
Yeah, that one's bad.
It wasn't a podcast either. This is like a segment.
Yeah, that's
Okay. What's going on, guys? My name's Ryan Hernia. This is Snack Bites, a shorter segment where we're just to discuss like the latest movies we've been watching, latest TV shows, anime, whatever we want to discuss. You know what I mean? So I'm Ryan, and this is
Hey, what's up? I'm the co-host of Snack Bites. I'm Brady, and we got a really good topic to talk about today.
Absolutely, we do.
Absolutely.
Do you want to say it at the same time?
Yeah. Let's do
3,
it.
2, 1.
Cocaine Bear. We just saw Cocaine Bear live in theaters literally a couple days after it came out. And I think we have some thoughts about it. Me and Ryan tried to keep secret. We didn't want to spoil each other's own thoughts about
Right.
what we thought of the movie right when we got out of
We
it.
walked out in silence, and we want to talk about it so badly.
Yeah, and I think this would be the perfect time to talk about it. Because
Okay.
I have thoughts on it, for sure.
You always have thoughts.
I always have thoughts.
That's why I love you. Your big, beautiful fucking brain.
I have such a big brain, and it's
Yeah.
filled with so many like diverse opinions, and it's like a big catalog of hot takes all the time, hot and ready to serve to you fresh.
Dude, you're basically a Little Caesars pizza. You're always hot and ready with hot takes.
I am, and I got the hottest takes on this Cocaine Bear.
Okay, do you want to start then? Since I started last time for.
No. I want to hear what you have to think.
Yeah. So yeah, we just walked out of Cocaine Bear about an hour ago, and I personally liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to like it. So Cocaine Bear is based off of real events, and this was a mix of I would say comedy and like suspense horror, like a little bit.
Yeah, it's crazy because I didn't have too much expectations going into it because, you know, it's a bear who does cocaine. So I didn't have too much about it. But when me and Ryan was entering the theater, we were talking and we were like, is this a horror movie? Is it a thriller?
Yeah, we didn't know.
Is it a comedy? Because I came in thinking like it's 100% comedy. Shocker for you, it's not 100% comedy.
And it's not 100% horror.
It's like a good, I would say, honestly, it's a good 50-50
It really
where
is.
there's a good, like, comedy elements, but then, like, a crazy thriller horror scene comes in.
Yeah.
And you were like, what am I watching?
Right, and we found ourselves, like, saying, oh, or like,
Like, it was definitely, like, a emotional roller coaster, just going up and down, up and down. Like, I didn't know what was
Right.
going on. And I will say a good redeeming, like, factor of this movie is, like, it kept me on my toes.
right,
I
yes,
had
we
no
didn't-
idea what was going on.
And like almost halfway through the movie, they introduced like more new characters. There was it was cool. I liked the idea that there was like, this is not really a spoiler, but there was like literally 5 different storylines going on in the Cocaine Bear movie, and they all like obviously like converged and like crossed with each other in the middle and the end of the movie. So you kind of like picked and chose your favorite characters to kind of follow.
Yeah. You could kind of just follow a little bit of everybody, where you could just have favorite characters and you don't know who's going to die off, because I would say this is a movie where you might have a couple favorite characters and they might eventually die off. I think
Right.
The Cocaine Bear, his kill count is up there after this movie.
Yeah. I like that they made him, in some parts of the movie, they made him really extra menacing. There was one part of the movie where there's a car going like 50, and then the bear like just like turned that shit up to 11, went like Fast and Furious, like Fast X style, and just caught up to him real fast, and it was fun. It was a really good time. It's one of those movies where you have to kind of suspend your belief a little bit.
Yeah, you can't go into it, even though it's based off of like true events.
Right.
They kind of expand on those events.
So was Civil War.
Yeah.
So was like Endgame. But you can't like continuously hold true to what reality is. This movie so much.
Throw it out the window.
I'm going to. Just like my last relationship.
Hey, my
Hey,
man.
no,
But
that was a good group
This
effort.
movie was definitely, I would say it's a movie. Like, in my opinion, it definitely was a movie. It was a roller coaster. It was a ride. I think from beginning to middle to end, it did keep me on the edge of my seat. Like, I was very interested to see, like, what's going to happen next, who's going to live, who's going to die, and what's going to happen to the bear. Like, that was one of my main thought processes. Like, how are they
Right.
going to get rid of this, like, being, this domestic being of a bear that got into all this cocaine?
What was I say? What another thing that was a big plus for the movie was the kills. A good portion of them were creative,
Very.
which I appreciated. They weren't like the most like stellar, most creative, amazing, outlandish kills ever, but there were enough of them for me to enjoy the film for the gore. So if you're like a slasher fan, or like a gore fan, or like an action scene fan, you are gonna like this. There's gonna be something in there for you. I think the only people who won't like this are like one, super hardcore movie lovers who might just like think who think are too pretentious,
Yeah.
or two, what's it called, PETA? Is that their name?
Oh, yeah, PETA. Animal organization, keep all the animals safe. But to be fair, in this movie, you know, obviously they didn't use a real bear. Obviously.
Wait, hold on. They didn't give real cocaine to real bears.
They didn't give real cocaine to a real bear. Sorry to tell you that, Ryan.
Dude, Snapchat lied to me.
Yeah, Snapchat did. And, like, to be fair, I don't think there was any harm to any type of animal in this. You know, I mean, like, maybe the bear got a little scuffed up. But, like, you know, without spoiling it, the bear is a bear.
Oh, like in the story.
In the story, yes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
In the
gotcha.
actual story, like, of the actual movie, and even in real life, like, I don't think anything bad even happened to the cocaine bear.
We definitely should have like did a little more research on that. But it seems like they took a short article in a newspaper and they made
Yes.
a movie out of it.
And that's what kind of all movies are. It's just like an idea and a premise, and expanding on that idea and that premise.
I want to touch on for a second, not too long, I don't think, but I want to touch on the idea that you know, there is now sort of like a new avenue being lit for potential actors in Hollywood.
Yes.
So I've been following this guy. I think his name is Scott Swiss or Scott Swiss or something. I'm sorry. Throw up a picture of him real quick. Wow, he's handsome.
Yeah, he's something.
Yeah, he's humping. So I liked his videos from last year, but it was really cool to see him in this movie because I was like, oh, I like that guy, and he's like, yo, he's like me for real, like he's funny. And then he landed a pretty big role for his first role, right?
Yeah. I think that's really cool that, like, Hollywood and just like that avenue of like entertainment, they're taking notice, and like comedians, they're taking notice, and TikTok, celebrity, social media stars. Like, at the end of the day, like, if people, influencers, I guess, if they could prove that they're eligible to like act fully in a movie, then they give them the shot. And I think they did that great in Cocaine
Yes.
Bear. Like, he didn't have the biggest part in the role, but it was also fun for like common people our age who like kind of know of him, seeing him on screen.
Right. Seeing someone go from like 500,000 to like almost 2 million subs on TikTok, and then or followers on TikTok, to the big screen. And like, I'm not sure this is his first role, but it was a sizable talking role.
Yeah.
You know, like we have friends who are actors and they've been doing it for a couple years now, and they're only background characters. And like, I'm not knocking that at all. In fact, I think it's awesome. The only thing is I'm saying is that like it's cool to see people almost like a ground level of us in a way make that jump.
Yeah.
And you said that you saw another person as well in Scream.
Oh yeah, there's I don't know their name, but it's definitely this famous TikTok girl from TikTok. I believe she's a influence dancer. I don't know. I'm not on that side of TikTok, but it's just super cool that TikTokers, YouTubers, those type of influencers and celebrities are getting these opportunities more and more.
Right.
What's super awesome for that, and like it just for one shows their ability to like start from the ground level and work their way up, and their ability to make those connections in Hollywood to really get those roles.
Right. And I don't think that definitely wasn't a thing 10 years ago, 15 years ago. It was like you get to know someone who knows someone who knew someone who knew someone, be in the right place, be super lucky, and then know someone, and then give a blowjob. But now it's like, oh, now we can just get like a couple million if we're funny. I will say, I will say, Brady.
Okay, let me hear.
Brady, audience, how's it going? Welcome. Not everyone who is a legend in their league or in their lane can be a legend in acting. Most recently, I think Machine Gun Kelly came out with a movie last year, and it got like a 10% across the board. He played a rock star who just didn't give a shit. Like, why are you gonna play yourself in a movie? Come on. And apparently, people just roasted it and shat on it, and it went way under the radar. Who else came out with something kind of recently that they just couldn't act in? But yeah, there's a couple handful. Oh, there was like a TikTok influencer like collaboration where there was like it was like an airport, and then it took place on a plane, and apparently it just on the plane one, and then also one.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, there was a TikTok influencer movie created where it was like a Grey's Anatomy meets like iCarly in a hospital.
Interesting.
And apparently that was really terrible too.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds terrible. I'm not even gonna cap about that.
All the
sounds
acting was
absolutely
really rough.
miserable.
In fact, me and Brady are actually going to show you what bad acting can look like. We're going to be in a supermarket.
Okay,
All right, I'm checking Brady out, and he has a few items.
you're checking me out.
All right, sir.
Oh.
Did you find everything okay today?
Yes, I was actually looking for the broccoli, but I couldn't find it in the cracker aisle.
Wow. Well, maybe you couldn't find the broccoli, but you sure got some huge melons.
Oh, thank you. It's buy 2 for $1. They're really great pricing.
Let me go ahead and scan those for you.
Okay, here you go.
Oh, sorry. Thanks.
There's my melons.
And scene.
Wasn't that some great improv acting scene?
Absolutely. Improv, better than TikTok influencers. Maybe. I'm sure some of them are pretty good.
Hey, isn't the snack bite about Cocaine Bear?
Oh, yeah.
I liked Cocaine Bear. I'm gonna say it straight up, like, just because like it's not your normal type of movie. I would say I can't remember the last time I saw a movie like Cocaine Bear where it was just kind of in a bunch of these subgenres of like, it's not horror, but there's horror elements. It's not thriller, but there's thriller elements, and it's not like a comedy, but there's comedy elements.
But also, like, go with like a good friend, or go high. No, don't do drugs.
No, actually, I was actually thinking that, like, wouldn't this movie be crazy if you were on, like, cocaine or something, or just, like, a crazy type of drug? Because, like, I was in the theater, I was like, I feel like I'm on drugs right now, honestly.
I will agree with you, though, that there isn't a ton of movies that have come out just like that, really. I think the closest would be, like, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Granted, this isn't on the same level as that movie, but it is kind of... Yeah, no. But it is... No. That's a weird comparison. But it does like blur the line of like two genres, and like it's better with the homie, I would say, just because like we were able to like be goofy on and off together because we were enjoying the same thing together. And we would laugh, he would laugh, I would laugh.
I would also say like some cons of it, like it's just like it's a movie. Not
yeah, we should probably go over that.
Yeah,
too.
not all movies are perfect, and like I would say me personally, maybe even Ryan, I'm easily peelable. Like anything can make me laugh. Anything can make me
impressed.
Easily impressed. Like I'm really easily impressed. Like I could watch a movie, turn off my brain, and have fun. But also noticing like the cons of the movie will even make it like a more realistic movie.
But you and I, we don't notice red flags.
Yeah, what's hard for us, and it's hard for us to like
me.
kind of talk about movies too, when like in our head every movie's like absolutely perfect.
You know, I find that that's why we get along so well, because I'm that way. Like that movie was so freaking good. I walked out like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, and then like all the reviews are like 4 out of 10.
Yeah, 100%. Like, but anyway, going back, we're kind of going everywhere off topic.
Okay.
But going back to the cons, I would say for people who want a really driving focus when it comes to the plot, they might find a disconnect with this movie. There was times in the movie where I was like, are we following the main character? Is there going to be a main character is there going to be a main character who like comes in later, and like why are we introducing all these characters to come in just to get killed? Like,
no, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, like totally. Like I think that part was super fun. It was able to show creative ways where the bear was able to demolish these new characters who mean nothing to the story. Well, it was super fun, super creative. But maybe with some people coming in, they're like, okay, why are we?
So your con, or like the thing you like about it was that like you wish there was a character you can kind of root for more clearly.
Yeah, more clearly, and there was a good middle part where you're like, is this movie going anywhere? Like, there was that
in the beginning.
In the beginning, and
Yeah.
even in the middle part. And really, there's a scene where a mother's trying to find her daughter until that arc starts happening of the mother trying to find the daughter. You really don't know, like, what's
Right.
going on. It's just going bang, 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 new person,
Right.
new person, getting mauled,
Yeah.
until the mother starts to look for the daughter.
Yeah, so the first act was definitely just setting up all these characters
Mm-hmm.
and moving their story into motion. So I do agree. I feel the same way. I hate bringing up My Hero so much, but I am. But My Hero in the first like 3 episodes introduces like 30 characters, and that can be tiresome. So I kind of understand like there were like a lot of characters set up in the beginning.
100%.
In the first act, in the second act, things started rolling. And the third act got pretty crazy, and then wrapped up really good. I think my biggest con,
Yes, let me hear it.
especially in the first few scenes. Let's just be honest. The CGI was sometimes like a little rough, especially in the first couple scenes.
I think the first scene with the plane, I was like, that doesn't even look like a real plane.
It was funny though the way he bonked his head.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. So the bears sometimes look a little bit rough. I would have liked to have seen the. No, wait. There was a lot of gore. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it was a fun movie overall. I can't say it wasn't a fun movie.
Right,
It was
right.
super fun, super creative.
Is it winning awards?
No, it's not winning any awards.
Is it a good time with some good friends?
I would say it's
Absolutely.
definitely a good time with some good friends. Like Ryan said before, like go in there with people.
Yeah.
Because like it's funner with people. It's like I would say it's kind of the equivalent of like a Jackass movie.
Right.
Where it's just stupid things happening at stupid times to a point, stupid people.
Right. You just
So it's funny to like laugh with a friend and point at the screen and mention like all these little things.
Yeah.
But by yourself, if you're there with a notepad and analyzing it for your YouTube reviews, it's not going to be one of those type of
right. Like
movies.
if you go in there with the idea of, like tearing it apart or looking for like the next best actor, it's not going to happen. Like respectfully, it's great, but this is like it's fun. That's what it is. It's not like. Don't go in there expecting a Tesla and getting like a Ford F-150 from 1995. Like one's fun and one's impressive. Like
You know what really impressed me then? I find it hard to find believable children actors. I thought the kids in this were great. I didn't think they were bad. There was parts where there's these, you kind of follow these 2 young kids. One's a young girl, one's a young boy. The boy kind of has a crush on the girl, but
want to throw in a spoiler alert?
yeah, I guess spoiler alert if you want to not get spoiled by
Bazinga.
Cocaine Bear. But you really follow, kind of like there's a little subplot where you follow this little boy, little girl who ditch schools, get lost in the forest. But like their acting in it, I thought was pretty solid. There's some like children actors.
Right.
I'm like, I mean, they're kids. You're not gonna expect like
Right,
the
and-
world from them,
Right, and
but they were
sometimes-
fun.
Yeah, sometimes you don't get like Inception or Titanic or like whatever kind of great acting is out there. Sometimes you see something that's fun and that works. You know what I mean? And these kids, especially the kiddo Henry.
Yeah, the boy.
Yeah, the boy. He was just fun. He was up in the tree. He's like, it's right there, and that bear is fucked.
Yeah, he was like, it was crazy because they were able to like make the kids like real. Like absolutely, like a lot. Of course, these kids are a little bit on edge. Like, kind of the main focus is like they're ditching school to run into the forest to find this like secret fall or whatever. Then they get caught up in this bear commotion. Then they find some cocaine and it's just go 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 go.
Oh
Like,
yeah, and by the way, there's like 12-year-olds in this movie that do cocaine, and they never quite took effect. Okay, hold on. Down in the comments, if you've done cocaine, is it only when you sniff it? Because these kids like took a bite out of it.
yeah. So like
I've never done cocaine.
me either.
I don't believe you. But
I mean, well, in the movie, spoiler, blah blah blah.
throw the spoiler.
Yeah, it's already up there. That shit's already up there. The bear, you see the bear take like a kilo of cocaine and just like gobbles it down.
Oh, that's right.
Like
He-
in like
he-
2 seconds, and
he
the bear was
digests it.
absolutely blazed off of it.
Right.
I don't think blazed is the terminology for cocaine.
Cracked.
Cracked out. I
It's
actually
cracked.
think cracked. Like when you're obsessed with cocaine, it's getting cracked or something like that.
Where we at, brother?
We're about 20 minutes.
Okay. But yeah. So if you're an avid cocaine user, God bless you. Can you educate us? Can you eat it and get high, or is it only when you sniff it? So let us know. Oh.
Yes.
I have a cool story to end on.
Okay, let's hear it.
So back when I was like 16 or 17 years old, I had my first job. And picture this, Brady.
I'm picturing. I'm
You walk
picturing, all
into a McDonald's.
Okay.
And this McDonald's, it's a little smelly, and it's your classic McDonald's, right?
Okay.
And so picture like a 17-year-old Ryan. Hey, how's it going? How you guys doing? I waltzed into the bathroom. My shift's about over. I got maybe an hour left or whatever. And guess what I see in the bathroom?
A bear.
That would have been better than what I saw.
Oh, what'd you see?
I saw two of my managers who were managing at the time
that's lit.
doing cocaine.
That's awesome. They must have been cracked out of their mind.
Dude, they were loving it.
They were buying out of shit.
That was good. You're onto something. Don't beat yourself up. Do not beat yourself up.
I will get her next time.
So one of my coworkers, one of my managers had like a extra long fingernail, and he had cocaine in it, and he put it to my other manager's nose. And he went,
Ew.
and I was like, I had my longboard, and I was like, I'm gonna go home,
Dude.
and to me at the time, I mean, some people that's normal, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess normal. I
But
guess.
to me at the time, I was like, I'm fucking out of here. Like,
He's like, give me some fucking of that. Woo!
he was, dude. I could name drop right now, but I'm not going to.
But anyway, I would say, like, if you guys want to watch Cocaine Bear, watch it. It's a fun watch. Like
Yeah.
Ryan said, like, it's not breaking any records. It's not winning any awards. But if you grab a good
Yeah.
buddy like good old Ryan over there.
Oh, do me a fun game.
What?
Like maybe in the theater or at home, every time they say cocaine or bear, take a sip of a beer.
Oh, that would get
fun.
you annihilated.
But do it with your buddies though. Don't be a sad boy and do it alone. Plugging this one into the snack bar, I'm gonna give it 7.7 snacks out of 10.
Wow, 7.7 snacks out of 10.
Yeah, because it was fun.
It was
wasn't-
super fun, super creative.
Yes, the cons would be that the CGI was a little bit little wacky, and then the main character is kind of hard to follow because there really wasn't a
Weird
main
pacing,
character.
but
yeah,
like,
weird pacing.
it's just
but-
fun. Like I would say, the influencer who was on in the movie, he came out with a TikTok to advertise for it, and he's like, "What you need to know before you go see Cocaine Bear? Literally nothing. If you know the premise of cocaine, and if you know what a bear is, you'll enjoy this movie."
There you go, up to speed.
Yeah, like he said this in his TikTok. Like, you don't need to follow what happened in all the Marvel movies. You don't need to read the book what came out 58 years ago. You just need to know what cocaine is and what a bear is
And go see it.
and what would happen if they mix.
What do you give it, brother?
I give in my snack rating. What was it? What'd you call it?
We're plugging into the snack bar.
Yeah, if I plug into my personal Brady snack bar, I'm gonna give it a 6.5 snacks out of 10.
Okay, lit. I'll take that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and 6.5. That's not bad.
That's
That's
only
like
1.2 away from yours.
if you got 65% in high school, you went home happy, right?
I went home happy, put it on my refrigerator. It looks like Cocaine Bear, but it's actually my grades. Put it on the refrigerator, like, look at that, mommy.
And then your dad proceeds to beat your ass.
Yep, that's usually how it
Yeah.
goes, honestly.
But just jokingly, he didn't actually do that. His dad loved him. All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Do you think gay is an emotion? Or do you think gay is like a state of mind?
Gay is a lifestyle. It's how they want to live their life.
Okay, so it's a choice then.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Okay.
Obviously.